Happy Halloween, Internet! I know it's very late, but this is time to talk about the scary godmother characters from good to most good, since there aren't really a lot of characters that you can call evil. So, let's start with the least good, before working it all up to the most noble. The least good is going to Jimmy, Hannah's older cousin. He's shown to be very bossy and controlling towards his friends and cousin. He likes messing around with his cousin and was the one who thought up the idea of leaving Hannah at the spook house, and even went so far as to lock her in the house, going full on bully towards the poor girl. In the sequel, after being scared by monsters, he tries to stop Halloween from happening, from smashing pumpkins to vandalizing stores to throwing TP at the spook house, which causes the fright site to nearly collapse. Yeah, Jimmy is not the nicest kid. However, we can't go too hard on him, since he is just a kid at the end of the day, and he does mellow out towards the end of the movie. Second least good is going to Harry the Werewolf. Out of all the main monsters, Harry is quite possibly the least loyal to Scary Godmother, with the others seeing him as a nuisance, and who can blame them? He's lazy, rude, loudmouth, and very selfish. As in the first film, he not only eats all the snacks, but even tries to hit on Ruby the vampire despite being wed to Max. He even orders 12 pizzas and tries to take them all for himself, resulting in him doing hard labor for Scary Godmother. When it looks like she's been killed by the house, he's the only one thrilled, which is messed up, dude. For his good qualities is that he can be friendly to those around him, especially Katie, when they're dancing. Our third least good is going to Katie, Bert, and Daryl. Friends of Jimmy, they followed Jimmy to a T. And while they were shocked at first about leaving Hannah in the house, they still go along with the plan. Though thankfully, like with Jimmy, they do worry about her. And in the sequel, they end up befriending the girl. Really, regarding their more bad qualities, is just them being kids and not really any malice. Next up, we have the Count Maxwell, husband to Ruby, and father to Orson. This vampire king the night tends to be the old-fashioned type, preferring things that are old-fashioned rather than the new stuff, which can make him come across as an embarrassing father towards his son. Plus, he and his wife did try to eat Hannah at one point before Scary Godmother stopped them. Despite this, he clearly cares about his family and does get along with the other monsters and humans. Safe for Harry, but then again, Harry did try to hit on his wife, so we can't blame him for trying to hypno him. Now we have his wife, Countess Ruby, mother to Orson and wife to Max, not to confuse with Max and Ruby. Ruby is the more open-minded and friendlier duo. She clearly cares about her family and does get along with the other monsters, and is even alright if her son befriended a human with like Hannah. Though, like her family, she did try to eat her at one when mean her, so he had to dock viewpoints. Orson is next, the son of Max and Ruby. Orson is quite possibly the geekiest vampire you've seen. He tends to be embarrassed by his parents, but he does care about them, and does have a strong bond with Hannah. The moment they met, they instantly become buds. Scully Pettibone is next, Scary Godmother's broommate. He is literally a skeleton in the closet. He's shown to be very charismatic and flamboyant individual, but he's also a very friendly individual and is very loyal to his roommate, save for Harry, as he's always there to help out and bring out the fun in a moment. Boozle, Scary Godmother's ghost cat, is next. It's shown to be a very loyal and sweet cat, warning Hannah about the fright site being in danger and warn the fright site that they're in danger. For our bronze medal good, we have Bugaboo, the prime example of not judging a book by its cover. Despite his terrifying appearance, Bugaboo is easily one of the most sweetest monsters ever. He's very sweet towards those, and is quite possibly the most loyal to Scary, even warning her about Halloween being in danger. While he does scare kids, it's his job. Clearly, a monster with a big heart. Taking the silver medal is going to the titular character, Scary Godmother. Scary Godmother is a bubbly, kind-hearted witch. When Hannah was in tears, she comes to Hannah's need and helps her conquer her fear of monsters. In fact, if it wasn't for her, Hannah would still be frightened for life. She clearly adores those around her, especially Hannah, being more of an aunt figure for the girl. And while she can be rough with Harry, considering how much trouble Harry causes, we can't blame her. Overall, Scary Godmother is one of the sweetest witches you have ever seen. But 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 if she doesn't take the gold medal, then who does? Well, that goes to Hannah Marie, the main character of these specials. Hannah is a pure-hearted being. She's friendly to those around her, especially Jimmy, despite him bullying her. While she was terrified by the monsters at first, she was able to befriend them, seeing them as a family. But what really gives Hannah the gold medal is how she was able to save Halloween and the Fright side from collapsing. And that's what gives this pure-hearted angel the gold medal. Alright, that's the list. Who do you think is the most good and who's the least good? If so, leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.